You are now listening to the Pour Horsemen podcast.
But pouring up is a lifestyle.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Pour Horsemen.
Also subscribe to Apple and our Spotify podcast,
The Pour Horsemen.
Let's get it.
Crack in the kitchen, Lil Raw's on the mission. Break the bars out, screens in my expedition. Screens in my neck, yo, my trunk crack. Break the bars off, it's like this and like that.
35.
Oh, this nigga ain't 35.
God, this nigga here.
This nigga
31, nigga said, ooh, I remember 35.
31 is a good age.
Why?
Cause you ain't got the medical conditions yet that you get 37 and older.
shit.
Really?
My
medical
case,
conditions
32.
start at 30.
You niggas got
hurt.
old
Yo,
bodies.
30,
Y'all a year behind each other?
He 2 years behind me.
Two, okay.
yeah, 37 and older, you start breaking down every year.
Damn, bro. I got
32 according to
Well, I'm 33. I'm tripping.
Oh, damn.
When did you start having knee problems?
about 35.
Like it's just start aching?
That's when I started getting surgeries.
Like, I
I'm
had
talking about
to
when
go
does it
25.
start when you just like wake up and your knees just aching?
About 35.
See, that's what I'm trying to prevent. Like I'm about to order me some sleeves where I do like squats and shit.
Ice, all that shit.
Yeah. I already do my massages and all that shit now. Like
Yeah, we don't want to know about that.
I'm just saying, I'm starting to do the necessary recovery now.
Man, them things stupid.
I ain't trying to have all them problems.
I've never done any recovery. I just
Fuck
just
that
go with
shit.
it. I'm
Yep.
hurt now.
I get
This happened
adjustments.
yesterday.
you got that shit right there. Your skin gonna be all discolored.
Yeah. But luckily, I failed at this nigga's
Dog,
boot
I
camp.
had 45 people at the boot camp. Warmed them up, took them on the lap. Now on the lap, there's a
And we
there's
already
like
started,
water.
by the way.
Yeah, I know. We got water. Like it's like a little creek
It's not
of water.
even water.
It's like slippery. But I put a hazard thing right there. Out of 45 people, I started putting people in groups.
no, it was just everybody was fucking running. Don't
I'm
do
just
that.
saying.
It was
let me
everybody
say what's-
running.
I'm talking about from my
everybody
perspective.
running, and I was third, and I ran on the corner, and like I tell everybody, gravity started shifting. I just started going like this. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm falling!" And
It is too late.
it was too late.
Yeah.
That concrete ate my
They
ass
get
up.
back from the run. I'm putting people in groups, and I put all the guys together. I was like, "Oh, Casey, where Casey? I thought you was inside." It's like, "Nah, he fell." And I was like, "Damn!" Out of everybody, he fell. Damn,
why
that's
you
fucked
invite
up.
me to the birthday bash, bro?
I didn't invite anybody. It was just
Oh, so all the motherfuckers just showed up.
they just showed up.
And then
Right?
Rick was there.
Rick is part of the gym.
All right, look, episode what is this?
I don't know. I wasn't here last
152?
week.
Yeah,
That sounds right, don't it?
it is.
When
We
did
don't
you-
know anything.
I think it's 150.
Man, I'm drunk.
Two. It's got to be
This is
152.
exactly how we started off last week.
I know. It's got to be
Deja
152.
vu.
Phones.
So episode 152 of the Pour Horsemen podcast. I'm in the production seat today. So y'all get an opportunity to see me do the production, and then you get to see the lovely stars of the show out on the set.
Bro.
I'm really talking about T, not you. I mean, you know, you're not a part of that. So before we get started, we want to talk about this drink because there's
Mhm.
bacon in it that
Mhm.
Phil has been trying to eat for the last
So, get
5
right into it.
minutes. So
I'm
let's
hungry,
so
motherfucker.
T, let's get right into it. What we got tonight?
We're drinking maple bacon old fashions with Uncle Nearest whiskey. The maple comes from maple
Oh.
syrup for the sweetener
Oh.
instead of simple syrup, and then the bacon is also maple
A
bacon.
little piece of heaven.
He
And-
already
He
eating the
already
bacon,
eating
yo.
the
Like,
bacon.
come on, man. Like,
It's bacon good.
Yeah, man.
So I
And then
actually
it's
made,
like
I
kinda
made candy
frozen.
bacon instead of just like cooking regular bacon.
Just what?
Yes, I cooked
What does
it
that
with-
mean?
I baked it with brown sugar.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the oven?
In the
Or
oven.
You can steal it out of that oven.
In the oven.
now,
you
how
can
much
eat your
bacon? How much bacon did you bring? Because clearly
I
someone
put-
needs
I
to
didn't
eat
put
bacon.
enough. I
Sloop
told him
with
he
it
can
and
have the
all
rest of it.
I ain't gonna lie. It's some good bacon.
It ain't no swine for mine. I keep my body so divine.
Mm-hmm.
Man, get out of here.
Feels like
All right.
me.
So when we left last week,
Damn, that's some good bacon.
it was 2-1 Suns Bucks. Game 4 was getting ready to start when we was here last time. So since then, the Bucks have rattled off 2 straight wins to lead the series now.
Close games, both games.
Game 3, I was on.
Game 3
It was
we was
right
on.
before start.
That's what I said. So since then,
they won 3 straight since.
So since then, 3 straight games.
Yeah.
Was any of us expecting 3 straight wins by the Bucks?
No, I think I said the Bucks will come back game 4 and have a close win like they did. But this game 5 was another close win.
I had said Suns in 6, so I was just expecting them to win at home and then win it in 6. But shit, Chris Paul, man.
And I got Chris Paul on the page because we got to talk about him specifically. Is Chris Paul hurt or is he just choking?
He's hurt, but he's choking.
Well, let's talk about the game itself.
Okay, let's talk
first.
about the game itself. Go ahead.
I just want to condemn Drew Holiday for his gameplay.
You condemn. That's a bad thing.
That's bad, nigga.
What do you want to do?
That's not. Well, y'all know. I know. I didn't mean it that way. I mean it like I want to congratulate him. My bad. Congratulate him, cause that man been locking people up. Girl, laugh, hurry up, laugh. Keep laughing, keep laughing. I know.
I was like, damn.
I used the wrong word. My bad. Whoop-de-doo.
It's not even
Yeah.
that. Just condemn is such
I
a
know,
strong word.
Yeah, condemn is really
Like,
a strong.
even
I
if
know.
we were trying to
When I said it, I was like, damn, that's not the right word I wanted to use. But anyway,
You good.
Um,
Sorry.
nah, but like his gameplay, man, I didn't know he was like that. I didn't know he could fucking D somebody up full court the whole game.
He did 94 feet.
Different people though. He'll guard Chris Paul. He'll guard Booker. He'll guard like full court, stealing the ball from niggas half court, like making threes and shit and ISOs and shit. Like I didn't know he had that in him. And if he keep that shit up, I'm talking about like what was he with when he came in? Like Detroit.
No, he was with New Orleans,
He was
but
with the Pelicans.
he exposed.
Who was he with before that though?
Philly.
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 But
Philly,
he
yeah.
had exposed Dame Lillard, and he did the same thing to Dame Lillard.
You think
and
exposed though? That's strong.
Not exposed,
Okay,
but
okay.
he did the same thing to Dame
He did.
Lillard
He
and
did.
McCollum when they was a 3 seed and New Orleans was a 6 seed and they swept.
That's when his name started. That's why like he was like good trading value.
No, he locked them up and he had 44 one game.
But that's where his name was on the trade. Like, man, y'all gonna get a lot out of this guy. Like, that's when his name started to get up there. But shit, he blossomed now. Like, that nigga is big money.
Okay,
to me.
We had an argument a bit earlier. Chris Middleton. Is Chris Middleton really good, or is it just that the Suns aren't as good as we think they are? And I'm gonna go to our LeBron correspondent because he been eating bacon and shit.
Yeah.
I want to go directly to you because you was going hard for Chris Middleton.
Nah, he nice.
So what you think? Is he really good or not?
He's not the most consistent. You know what I mean? Like you want a player like that to be more consistent, but hey man, with Chris Middleton he one of the top 20 players in the league. Like that's how good he can be because he got one-on-one moves. He gonna hit that open J. Man, he got a package.
So you give him
homo.
top 20 in the league.
Top 20. Yeah, when he on. Yes.
I'm not even gonna say he's not even that consistent. He been doing what he been doing for the past like 2.5 years, and he really came into his own when Freak got hurt last year
in the bubble,
and he was still hooping even when they was on their way out.
Yeah,
he was an all-star.
Yeah,
I used to
He's
think
a 2-time all-star, and he about to be an Olympian and fuck around and be a champion.
No, fuck around there, bronze medalist.
At this point.
Because we gonna talk about JaVale McGee.
Oh, when he finished, you go to the Olympics?
Yeah.
Him and not Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday and
Booker.
All 3 of them going.
he used to remind me of his game. He used to run, you know how like Paul Millsap he's an all-star and shit and he was hooping. Like that's how Chris Middleton was to me.
He kind of reminded me of Michael Redd, left-handed Michael Redd.
But nah, Michael Redd was like a
Michael Redd was
on-
left-handed. He right.
That's on my bad.
Yeah.
Michael Redd could get buckets for real.
Michael Redd was direct bucket. Like he was gonna get Chris Middleton. Like I said, Paul Millsap, but he was kind of like
a bucket.
I know, but he was kind of like hitting just transition shots and shit and just dropping
This nigga
30.
pulling up.
I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about like the past 2 years. Like I didn't think he can go ISO like that and get to his
He
spot.
had 51 last year one game.
He did have. He has a couple 50
He
balls.
had a
actually.
couple 50-point
Yeah,
games.
he
He's
nice,
a
man.
bucket,
He's
bro.
nice. He's
Like
nice, bro.
he just kept going on.
Like clutch too.
He was a Piston.
He was. Yeah.
He was a Piston.
Yeah.
And he got traded for like some bullshit.
Yep. And now he done elevated his career.
Nah,
Giannis helps him some too.
Yeah.
Because Giannis take up so much
definitely
space.
He's a 3, right?
Nah,
I
he
think I
a two
got him at a
guard.
2.
He a two guard. But okay, so let's talk about Chris Paul.
Yeah.
We got to do it.
I got
Because does this tarnish his legacy?
No.
Nah, let's be real.
Okay.
People was trying to put him as a top 5 PG now that he made the finals.
Oh.
They said if he won, he could be in the top 3
Oh,
conversation.
your brother said he was gonna be the greatest point guard
Yeah.
of all time.
Okay, so let's talk about
but
this. What
let me-
does
yeah,
this do
he's
to
an
Chris
idiot.
Paul?
I told him he was an idiot for that too, so it's not like I'm talking about in the back. But with Chris Paul, it don't hurt his legacy at all,
No.
but it looks bad.
Terrible.
He's going out bad. If that was a saying that could go for anybody right now, it would be him. He's going out bad right now because first 2 games, you would have thought like, shit, he about to be finals MVP.
I agree.
Like he was on his way.
Yep.
And then game 3, he played terrible. 4, he had the costly mistake and he had like a whole bunch of terrible turnovers. And then game 5, he was coming to his own. But then like the biggest bonehead play for me, which I was like so confused of how he managed to even think to do it, was when he fouled him on the alley-oop at the end.
Yeah, man. He should have.
It was like, dog, just let him dunk it.
Just let
Because
him
I
dunk
would have
that.
thought that the most disappointing thing about it was that I thought Chris Paul had the IQ to know we're only going to be down 3. Like, that's fine.
Can't let his emotions.
We're only
get to
going to
him.
be down 3. But what do you get from pushing the nigga midair and it's not even effective? Like, he still scored.
Yeah, I mean, Giannis outweighed him by 60 pounds.
You know what I'm saying?
You
So, like,
wasn't gonna
just
do
let
nothing
him
with
dunk
that.
it.
Yeah.
Emotional play. He
That
just-
shit.
Well,
but he
Giannis-
don't make that play, though. That's the thing.
Well,
he don't make that play.
Giannis a bad free throw.
But he dunked it. Even
did.
if he dunks it
Oh,
and you don't foul him, he down 3. You gave him an and 1 opportunity, and then they don't even. He rebound and he shoots so bad you can't even like rebound regular with on the free throw.
So who are the top 5 PGs then if Chris Paul is not going to make that group? Who do y'all got? Top 5
All time.
all time. Obviously, Magic is one for
Magic.
everybody, right?
Yeah, that's for
Magic
me.
is one.
Magic, Isaiah Thomas, Jason Kidd,
got to be in the top 3.
Magic Thomas, Isaiah. I mean Magic Johnson, Isaiah,
Stockton.
Jason Kidd,
Yeah, where do we put Stockton?
He's top 5.
Steph Curry, and
I gotta go.
I still Chris Paul.
Oh, so you going way back. Oscar
Yeah, I
Robinson.
gotta go. Oscar
Man,
Robinson.
you never seen that nigga play.
I seen enough. It don't matter. I seen
You
enough.
barely see enough because they don't even got enough clips of that nigga.
Yeah, I seen enough. Anybody
Bro, you
that
might as well
could put
go
up
Westbrook.
Anybody that
Nah.
could put up them type of
Might as
numbers.
well.
Nah, he won a championship.
You know, yeah.
Oscar Robinson won a championship
I
with,
said LeBron over
Kareem,
him.
with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Right.
But my thing, look, Oscar Robinson, I seen more clips of Oscar Robinson on NBA Street than I seen in real life.
Hey,
Like,
man.
niggas don't go back looking up Oscar Robinson.
Only time, only
Niggas
thing, only
playing
argument
against janitors.
that I'll take a step back to is the Wilt Chamberlain argument, because you don't know if he still could have been dominant.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Like,
Oscar Robinson, like, he was playing against
Mechanics.
He was playing against dudes who I feel like real life said, put him up.
Yeah,
like talk like that.
legitimately, he was playing against dudes who had to work at Home Depot after the game.
I know this
So we
is
gonna
off.
treat
I know
that
this
man
all. I know this
Yes,
off topic.
like, straight up.
We gonna do that to that man because
It's the truth.
In regards to
That's-
top 5 shit,
He can
yes.
do
when he
it
was
to the
born.
players today.
Exactly.
They do it to everybody.
Bro, if you had to play against guys who was working the chicken shop after the game, you was not hooping against elite athletes.
Mike was playing against drunks.
He was.
and fucking cocaine.
And he was drunk
He was drunk too.
He was the one that was drunk.
He was the main one drunk.
What y'all say? I know this all the time. Would I say that about Jim Brown? Like,
Fuck Jim
I was
Brown.
about to say, thank
Nah,
you.
hold on.
Thank you.
Jim
Nah,
Brown was
yes.
Wait, hold on.
And me and Jim Brown is
Jim
coon.
Brown
T, hold on. Why fuck Jim Brown?
Jim Brown is a coon.
Exactly.
I know we've talked about that, but he still had a great athletic
bro.
career.
He ain't no coon, man. He ain't no coon. He's the one. He's the reason why you got all these.
Nah, he's a coon though, for real. He's
a fucking coon.
Nah, he been on that Trump shit.
We
He on that
talked
stop
about
and
Y'all
steal.
talking about modern day shit.
No,
The
That's
way
what you
you
gotta
see-
go off
we're
of.
talking about like on He Got Game, the how he acted in that movie. It's a goddamn
Bro,
real life.
they had a whole regime where they would go and get rights for black
Yeah, but he
players.
stopped
and all
that.
Ain't that
He
person
stopped
no
that
more.
though.
But
He don't
Him
stop
and-
my
the steal
dad
now.
played in his All-Star game. He had an All-Star game for all black colleges.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
but the nigga
he
is
changed.
Huh?
He did.
He changed.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I just tried to reach my mic and realized I ain't got no damn wire.
Oh my God.
What have you been doing today? Like, what have you been doing today?
I just because I was like, what the fuck is all these buttons? Oh shit!
Don't press any of them. Like, that's probably what you need to do.
Nah, I didn't. I grabbed it from there, but
Okay,
we
all
done
right.
came up though.
But nah, I wouldn't say Chris Paul. He's still all right with me. I mean,
CP still a
People
man.
put John
Yeah.
Stockton. I'm not putting John Stockton.
Where do you
That's
put John Stockton at
disrespectful.
He's
then?
not my top 5.
Bro, John Stockton played 20 years in the league
You ask it.
and averaged a double-double.
But why you ask me for my top 5 and then
No,
try to
I'm
get
just
up
asking,
in?
where do you put him then? That's
He's
what I'm
like
asking.
outside the top 5. Like if I got a gate,
Like, is he 6?
if I got a gate with my top 5, his ass ain't in.
But
it.
is he 6?
I don't know where he at. He ain't in my top 5. He outside that fence. If he try to cross it, it's a gun.
Where do you put Stockton at, JC?
he either 4 or 5. Like you, because it's just and the
20
consistency.
20 years
and
of
he
a
never
double-double.
really, he never really like you. You never heard of him. You never
20 years.
You never heard of him having
Fuck
a
him.
bad game in a pivotal moment, like in a pivotal finals or whatever. Like he ain't never choked up. Just stay
Well,
consistent.
first off, I didn't know bacon was delicious in a drink.
Yeah.
This shit is delicious.
That shit is.
So, thank you.
To
You
you,
want some more bacon food? No, I know you want the bacon.
to you a better.
Don't even-
motherfucker.
John Stockton was cool, but I don't celebrate him like everybody else celebrate him. I
Yeah,
think
it's not
I'm
about
just going off
celebrating him.
the
It's just
love of
going
the
off
sport.
the fact.
I'm going off the
though.
love of the sport.
he not top 5 though.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Well, I like John Stockton.
This nigga got a plate of bacon in the middle. Yeah.
I like John Stockton, man. He the all-time steals and assists.
Yeah, all time, not assist. I
He
think
is assist.
It
He
is
is
assist.
who's
And
coming up
He's
behind
assist.
him?
Nobody's gonna beat him in
and
assist.
the steals. If I'm not mistaken,
He
may
gotta
be-
be in the top
maybe.
5.
He's not top 5.
I think he's an all-time assist. and
You all
steals.
time said that Magic numbers 2.
So,
But Magic got AIDS, HIV, and
if
that's
he beat
why.
that, he
Because
should be
Magic was like literally averaging like 10 plus assists for like 9 straight years.
and AIDS.
It's
Is-
just a
is-
kid that's behind him.
Is Westbrook on
Fucking all them
trajectory
hoes
of
Where's
still
the
getting
kid
shit out
at?
rock.
All time John Stockton has
Like
almost
16,000.
16,000. Almost 16,000.
Where's
Okay,
Westbrook?
where's Isaiah?
Westbrook at like
Jason Kidd is
8,000.
at
I know, but can he get there?
Oh, so it's a 4,000 gap?
Yeah.
Damn, nobody
Yeah.
ain't catching him.
That's what I said. Nobody's catching him.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd,
That's
Steve
assist.
Nash, Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson up there too.
Mark Jackson needs to keep praying though, because he needs to get back in the league as a coach.
Nah, he ain't never. I wouldn't want to go coach. They don't want him there. Why not? Just keep
Keep
commentating.
commentating. Yeah, I
Go
guess.
Yeah,
preach.
he's good at commentating.
Speaking of, I don't know how I want to transition this, but we got
Coaching. You got
coaching
Coach Daffy Duck.
and Bugs Bunny.
But no,
And-
Daffy Duck was the coach.
Okay. How many of you all watched Space Jam New Legacy?
I did. I went to the movies and
Okay.
Watched half of it.
Half of it? Any of it? T?
I haven't
Okay.
seen any.
I've watched it 2 times now.
Y'all be having time.
TSU
That's
Tiger
crazy.
Camp, they took my daughter to go see it. They all rode a bus.
Hey.
It was the greatest day of her life.
Hey.
She came home talking about, oh, we rode a bus. In the back of the bus, we played. I said, what y'all doing in the back of the bus?
Oh,
She was like, nah, we were playing cards.
yeah, back at the bus.
Then,
wow.
and then
Yeah,
she,
Route
no,
35.
that's-
I used to do some
Back
wild
at the bus
things.
is wild.
So then she gets to
stayed
the
in
movie.
front.
She said they got popcorn, and then she came home, and now she loves LeBron.
That's
Like, just loves him. Talking about
me and Sophie.
he is the he is the greatest athlete I've ever seen in my life.
That's what I'm talking about,
Did you know he
Sophie.
can
Smart.
dunk through cartoons?
That's what I'm talking about. So
I was like, it's a movie. So, first off, I'm mad at the people complaining about a kid's movie.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mhm.
Space Jam is literally for the demo 7 to 15.
yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you.
It is not made for us. There may be some nostalgia stuff that's in it for us.
Yeah.
But that movie is not made for us. Like the Rick and Morty, that's for people of our age.
But I watch
You know,
Rick and Morty.
But that's what I'm saying. Of our
yeah,
age.
yeah.
Like
Crazy thing, Carter called him out. That's
he
Rick
watched
and
Rick and
Morty.
Morty. See, I'm surprised he watched it at that young.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was like, I didn't know who the
Maybe
fuck
some
they
of
were.
the cartoons, like
Bro, you may
Who
want
the
to
fuck
watch
are
that
they?
cartoon.
yeah, you probably want to watch. Yeah, Rick and Morty is wild.
That nigga's on cocaine.
Who the fuck are those?
Hey,
That nigga's on
is
coke.
a
Rick and
wild
Morty is a wild cartoon.
Oh, really?
BoJack Horseman.
Had
BoJack Horseman is
alien.
really wild though.
Mhm.
Had an alien hoe with
BoJack
titties on the elbow.
BoJack
Yes.
is on Netflix.
He was fucking
Fucking
Oh, shit, man. That's
That
crazy.
nigga on heroin. That the
they
scientist.
do drugs?
Man, that
Every-
Oh,
nigga.
hell yeah.
Rick and Morty is an
Maybe.
adult cartoon. Bro.
Look at the sky.
I gotta watch
Yeah,
Carter.
straight up. Yeah, it's an adult cartoon.
I don't know about this.
Straight
shit,
up.
man. I'm glad y'all tell me.
So first impressions, what do y'all think about the movie? Go ahead.
So I watched it Friday. I got permission because I was like, "You want to watch it?" She was like, "I didn't want to watch it," so I was like, "Cool, I can watch it. I ain't have to wait." So, like we talked about it earlier, the first hour was a lot.
A LeBron commercial.
It was a lot.
Mhm.
The
it
first
was
hour.
a very, but I like the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
In regards to him being an overbearing dad, it's relating to him, losing the game because he was focused on the Game Boy at the beginning. That's why he wasn't with video games. Ironically, his son wanted to be a video game maker and all that shit. So
Great storyline.
it's a great storyline.
especially for this time.
Yeah, that
Great
was a great
storyline.
story compared to Space Jam.
Way
which,
better.
Which was I saw like y'all did the review last week. Like it didn't make sense. Why would he give a fuck about what's
That-
going on with Looney Tunes
My
or his
exact words
competitors
were,
losing their powers?
Go get 16 championships in a row.
Yeah, like
Why
why?
not? Yeah.
But to get back on topic, now it picked up when they was getting ready for the game and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
All that I really like that. And my thing was when like Don Cheadle started, like when he took the place to go hoop when the Suns switched teams, it was like he became Corey Maggette. He became Corey Maggette and Wesley Snipes all in one.
Interesting.
That nigga was built like Corey Maggette. He had the height of Thon Maker, and then he had the face of Wesley Snipes. I was like, what the fuck is
Yo, he
going
did
on?
look like Wesley Snipes.
He looked exactly like Wesley Snipes. I was like, yo, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, yeah.
Where they go with this shit? But nah, and then I liked how the concept of the game.
Me too.
Like it
Yeah.
wasn't just
It
a
wasn't regular
basketball
basketball.
game.
Yeah,
It was
I
like
like
an NBA Jam type with some extra shit. The Porky Pig rap made me laugh.
Hell yeah,
When we had the special scene, where he was like he got Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
The funniest thing about the funniest thing for me about that scene was Daffy Duck on his clipboard. He said he had Sylvester's name, and then he was like, "Wrong, Michael Jordan, trade him."
Yes.
Bro,
yes.
I was
Yeah,
crying,
yeah.
laughing.
Yeah.
That shit had me in tears. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was a cool movie for it to be a sequel to a great
A great
nostalgic
movie. Yeah, yeah.
and then just a new twist. I thought it was cool.
So, Phil, what you think? I know you watched it.
Nah,
What's
it
your
was-
son think?
It was cool, man. My son was thrilled. So for me, just being able to watch it with my son was like amazing. Cause it's like I when I was in the movie, I literally thought back to when I first seen Space Jam. And I'm like, damn, I was so excited. And he was so excited all day. Daddy, what time we going? What time we going? I'm like 7. He kept asking me, is it 7 yet? So when we finally got there, got him a big bag of popcorn. He was totally in tune. He knew all these characters that I don't know who I don't know these cartoon characters.
You don't know the
man.
Looney Tunes, man?
I know some of them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? But
Bro, you had the
Rick and
hardest life,
Morty
bro.
And those
Yeah.
other motherfuckers. I don't know them people.
You know Marvin the Martian?
I don't. Oh, Marvin the Martian.
They've
Yeah.
stolen the space modulator.
Wow. This boy sound just like that guy. Man. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Said, let's all
Great
pay fair.
imitations, But
Finally, my ship is returned.
that's
Nigga ain't got no mouth.
That's damn good. But it was a great movie, man. Much like Casey said, it was a great plot to the movie, and I think LeBron did cool, man. It's a kids movie, so people, Cisco and Eva, who the fuck was that?
Them niggas dead, bro.
Yeah, my fault. Cisco, my bad. What's the other Rotten Tomato niggas?
Yeah, Rotten
Yeah,
Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, he's somebody. I wish they never see it, but it ain't for you.
I saw a Yahoo review, and he was like, LeBron has just totally ruined Space Jam for me.
Man,
Bro, he was an old ass white
he probably
man.
65. Yeah,
Like, bro,
That's
what?
crazy, man.
Yeah,
But it
my
was good.
thing that first hour, like I talked about, that whole Don Cheadle part where he was like, we needed a guy who has 100 million social media followers. He's
Yeah.
great on the court. He's also great in his community because he's a king. That was a bit much, LeBron.
Yeah.
That was a bit much. You could have chilled out on a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And then every sponsor of his is in the movie.
In
Did
the
y'all
movie.
notice that?
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
Like every one of them is in the movie.
When he fell to earth, it was
smart.
a Nike.
Nike check.
Yes.
I was like, yo, that's
It was a
crazy.
Nike check.
He had his logo on the jerseys.
Yes.
They had
Of course.
what else did they have in there? Like every sponsor, like
all Nike
all
shoes.
Nike shoes,
Yeah.
everything that he had.
Of course.
That don't make no sense. Come on,
What
man.
you mean? Jordan
What
did
else
the
he
same
had?
shit.
It was something else he had, but he also had Easter eggs in there too, where he was talking about like Don Cheadle talked about him leaving Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland again, and he was like, "What about the Lakers?" That was one.
Yep.
I like how he made fun of himself. In that
Yeah,
movie,
he
too.
made
That was-
fun of
that was
himself
dope.
too.
He was self-deprecating.
He even talked
Yeah,
about
he
he even
was.
talked about like stuff that early on, like when they went to DC and he was robbing. Remember how everybody used to be like he was robbing,
Yes,
and
yes.
he wasn't a true Batman, and he was robbing. He making fun of himself for that.
I liked what they did with the WNBA and NBA players.
Yeah,
Like the only character that was whack to me was AD's character, but Kronos was cool. Dame Lillard's
Yeah.
character,
Yeah, yeah.
the Snake, Tarazi's character was cool. NECA's character was
Man,
cool.
I was in rehab with Nickel, man.
Her character was cool.
Her feet big him up, man. I thought my shoes. Man, her feet was big. I thought, man, say, man.
Oh my God,
The table
man.
right next. And I like
It's
you, Nickel.
fascinating to see how the kids really like just like really love the movie because y'all see like we're living a social media era and they see LeBron all the time. They see his kids, they see his family. So I was telling my lady, I was like, it's weird to see like he got this whole other family, but obviously it's based off his real
It's based off
family.
his real family. Yeah.
And
Two
we see
boys
his
and a girl.
yeah, we see his family all the time, but it's just like, damn, these kids really still fuck with this shit.
Yeah,
like I
see.
remember because we said this on the review on Space Jam. We know nothing really about Jordan like that,
Yeah.
not like that. So like,
We know
When,
everything about LeBron.
yeah, we know everything.
I still
about
don't
LeBron.
know anything about Jordan's kids, except that they tried to hoop and they
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
good.
what I'm saying. So and when you watching that shit, you
My
not
bad.
the wife, but the kids, you might have thought those was his real kids.
No, in real life. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was good. I mean, I think they setting it up for LeBron to do more movies in this universe.
Yeah.
Like, I think he could do more movies in this.
First of all, they did a remarkable job with his hairline. Okay.
Yo, he had KC waves.
Full,
Like straight up. Full hairline and waves.
And then number two, I don't know if y'all seen Savannah at the and I love
Yeah.
you, LeBron,
Maddie.
but she fine, bro.
She
Mm.
She's a nice looking woman.
Oh yeah,
I like when he did that thing with Tasmania. He was like, do that shit. I was like, okay, LeBron, I see
Yeah,
you.
nah, that was
Little
cool.
comedic little twist.
I like that LeBron met, what's my man's name? Who
oh
did-
yeah, Supreme.
Supreme Dream.
Oh, he
Yeah.
showed him love.
Smart.
He showed him love on the
Yeah.
red carpet. I thought that
I'm
was dope.
36.
That was
Yeah.
real dope.
Yeah, I thought that was dope. So
And it was
I love
authentic
they
too,
come
because he
up.
was cussing and
he
shit.
was cussing and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
LeBron don't care, bro. Like
Yeah.
LeBron has surpassed criticism
Yeah.
because he just take it and run with it at this
Yeah.
point. He don't even care.
I mean, even his
He tweeted that about the movie. He was like, "Hi, haters."
Yeah.
But it-
He don't care.
Skip
'Cause
Bayless
people-
literally said,
Yo, did you see that?
What did he say?
I didn't
if
see what-
LeBron shows up to your game, you're gonna lose or some shit like that. This nigga,
Like,
got-
wow.
I don't
Skip
like.
Bayless made his career on being a LeBron
Exactly.
hater. Like he
Yeah.
has to
Would you say that
continue-
though? Do you think it was all LeBron?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Come
Yes.
on, man.
No,
Skip
no,
Skip
no.
Bayless.
In
He's very
regards to
good at what he
TV.
does.
Yes.
In
Hold on,
regards to TV.
Hold on, T. What were you saying now?
In regards to TV, Skip Bayless actually used to be a reputable journalist
Yep.
before then, and then he turned into a shock journalist whenever he started tweeting about
First
LeBron.
Take.
First Take, and then everybody started paying attention. The First Take ratings.
So y'all
went
think
up.
it was
No,
all
no, 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 no.
Yes.
This is what I say. This is what I say.
Man, Skip
This is
had
what
a
I say.
career.
No,
He
Skip.
He had a career
had a
as a
big-
journalist.
Yes.
I'm talking about TV wise, the
Yes.
notoriety that he gets.
That was all
No.
LeBron.
all
No,
the
no.
millions he got is from LeBron.
No,
in
let me
regards
tell
to
you what
television.
Skip
The
Bayless did.
average NBA fan would not know who Skip Bayless was if it wasn't for him being.
Think
He
about it.
purposely
I'm sorry,
hired.
Jared.
No, my bad.
Go ahead, Jay.
He purposely wanted to sit across from Stephen A. because he knew that Stephen A. would do his thing and he can piggyback off of Stephen A's craziness, and then he can do that whole contrarian shit he be doing, and they'll make for a better show. He really.
What does contrarian mean? I'm sorry.
Opposite.
Just being the
Opposite.
the villain, like just saying some shit that you'll know, just get some clickbait, or just saying being on the opposite
But
side.
check this out though. We watched The Last Dance. We watched The Last Dance as a collective, everybody in the nation.
In the
we
world.
We was in a lockdown, and we watched it. I didn't know that Skip Bayless was a journalist that was just following Michael Jordan throughout that whole campaign.
Yeah.
The whole time.
He talked
The whole
about it all
time.
the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he comes out on First Take when it was actually called Cold Pizza when he first came out, and then they started they actually centered the show around him and his criticism of LeBron.
Yep.
That's how it became First Take.
It started happening around the Celtics Cavaliers
When he won that last MVP in Cleveland.
In Cleveland.
That's
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it got centered around, because it used to be that lady and that dude with the two color eyes.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
And then when he started picking up, when his stuff started picking up and getting the notoriety that it started getting, they were like, well, we can center it around him.
See, I didn't think that Skip was only LeBron though. Like maybe I missed.
This is what put him on a bigger, a taller pedestal. That Tim Tebow shit, because he was the only one that was talking big Tebow shit, and then Tebow started going off every week.
I do remember that too.
And that's
Of
what
course
took
he
him.
would, though,
That's what
'cause he
took him.
white.
But I remember that shit. I don't know, but that's just me.
Okay, so we got a few other things that I want to talk about before we get into the Olympic team. Go
My
ahead.
apologies, because I want to make the transition smooth since we on LeBron, and then we got to just talk about the success of his trickling down to others. Now we got his partner, his agent, pulling baddies now.
Adele is a baddie, or
She
she
always
just
been a
wealthy,
baddie. Don't
She
ever disrespect
trash.
her,
or is she
bro.
just wealthy?
What you say,
She
nigga?
trash.
I don't necessarily think Adele is a baddie.
She not
What?
regular ass
I mean,
white woman that lost weight.
She could just
like,
sing.
she
I mean,
just-
like, let's be
yeah.
That's all
honest.
she need to do.
What
I
is
mean-
the deal? She just sing that.
Look, she
She sing that song,
What
Hello.
happened was she
She don't roll it in the deep.
She saw
Roll it
that
in there.
I'm happily about to get married, and she couldn't wait any longer. She thought she had a chance, but she had got married when I was single, and I wasn't gonna be waiting around. Nigga, I'm a G, nigga. You know what it is. I ain't doing that
What
baby
did
ass
Adele
shit.
sing?
Rolling in the deep, nigga.
You could have had it all. Rolling in the
Right.
You had my heart inside.
But what about it? Like, what about it?
She didn't got
She
slim,
got slim as
but
fuck.
like
She ain't got no body, dude.
She don't.
No,
Yeah, she just
no,
y'all niggas shallow.
She-
Nigga.
no.
she-
We're not. We're being honest.
Shallow.
Look, Adele,
Yeah.
cool. Rich Paul, salute to you. I mean,
What happened
you,
with that? What's the thing? What
How they
happened?
supposed
They
to be dating?
Oh,
Rich
for real?
Paul and
Yeah.
Adele.
Oh, this nigga.
He $100 million man now.
Man, he could go get. Why he wasn't on Hutchins? What's her name? Vanessa Hutchins. Vanessa Hutchins.
Who
Hutchins.
is that?
Y'all know who that. chick
I don't know
is.
anyone named Hutchinson.
She sang the
Vanessa
national
Hutchins.
anthem.
She was the one that was
at the game.
on High School Musical.
And
I don't
Bad
even know
Boys
who that
too.
is.
She was on the
Disney.
new Bad Boys.
I don't know who that is.
Oh well, she bad. She
Why you
the
so-
bad one.
Why are you so passionate about
Cause
that?
she the bad. She better than Adele. Why you just get on her?
I can't keep up with these hoes, man. Listen, man. I got, man, that's crazy. Who is it? Who is she?
Hello?
She like she an actor.
It's me.
But
She was
the
a
one he
Disney
talking about
star.
is a singer.
Adele was a Disney star?
No, Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh.
Oh, for real? Squad bit.
All right. To
Y'all
some
niggas
other
terrible.
news.
Shallow ass
non-Disney.
niggas.
Richard Sherman tried to bust down the door at his
In-laws.
in-laws' house to get his kids from his. Are they still married?
Yes.
Okay. Are they in some form of separation
No.
or what?
No.
So why was he tripping like that?
He
dude?
was just fucked up.
That's different though, because he threatened to fight the cops also. I don't know how drunk you got to be to go that far rage, threatening to fight the laws.
Hey man, I only seen the video. I try to stay out of that.
We got
shit.
that, yeah.
Cause you know we all know how that shit is, and I've seen that type of shit in real life, and it's all situational. So
Which one is on me?
This
Here
one
goes.
right here.
As the correspondent of black men that was about to fight the cops, it can be anything that sets you off at that time. For me, as I spoke before about this story, it was being maced and being pretty much antagonized and accused of doing something I didn't do. When there was people outside telling them that I didn't do anything, that pissed me off. Then when I got maced, I got set off and it was about to be a wrap. Luckily, I didn't do it. You don't know what happened.
I know.
In regards to what pissed him off, but I can only say that from what I read, I'm glad that they at least had the peace in mind to not shoot him with the beanbag gun.
For real.
And then not tase him.
And really not book him either.
Yeah, because they like it was just like, man, you
his wife actually had to beg the 911 operator to send police that wouldn't shoot him though.
And that's on wax.
So here's my thing. This opened up the last couple days the CTE conversations. It did. It opened up. Is he struggling from trauma to the head? Does he have? He is out the league right now. He is not going to get signed.
He's a free agent.
He's a 14-year vet coming off a year where he didn't play as well, and the year before that he ruptured his Achilles. So chances are, it may be his last straw.
You want to bet that he end up on the team next year?
He barely got on the team last year.
But I ain't asked you that. I said, do you want?
I'm just saying with this now also, it's gonna be difficult. That's all. We can bet some push-ups.
Who he played for?
You still owe me push-ups.
Nah, you
you
owe me more after this bucket.
And he was a big contributor to them.
He was.
49ers.
We can be even.
But I'm just saying that it did open up that CTE conversation.
That's some bullshit.
Why do you feel that way?
Because this type of shit happens, man. I know a nigga that got a full-time career job that's been in some shit like that with his family.
He must got CTE.
No, man.
No CTE.
He ain't never
like,
been.
dog,
Never,
if you
shit just happened.
If you throw, first off, you don't know what can happen. Like you don't really at that time. Your level of logical thinking is dissipated to
nothing.
And this is an intellectual man.
And he's very intellectual.
Yeah.
Remember when we was talking about Skip Bayless? Remember when he told him, "I'm better at life than you."
Yeah.
He did.
That's one of the best. It's like I'm gonna give Jalen Rose the notch over him, but that's like a strong second.
Because Jalen Rose said you are Mark Cuban. What did Jalen Rose say? You're Water Pistol Pete. Yeah, he said
Water Pistol Pete.
Yeah,
but so very intellectual guy. And, he just was out of there. He probably had some weed or some pills in the system. I think they said he may have had like some medicine in the system too. So that didn't help. And then, they always try to.
I don't think we should excuse it as a one-off because these type of situations don't just happen out of the blue. And he did come out like with a statement saying that he's been struggling with some mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I truly believe that. And I think there's a big misconception with football players, especially, that they're not regular people and they don't struggle with mental health and substance abuse. And when you combine those two with like anger issues, like we've all seen Richard Sherman blow up and have attitudes and explosions against reporters and his teammates and all type of other stuff. When you combine that, like we don't know what's going on behind closed doors with these people. Like if you really think that was the first incident that's happened with his family, then
it does. I'm disregarding. My bad to cut you. I'm disregarding, like not disregarding, but I'm not saying it like in regards that it's the first time with his family. Yeah. I'm saying with them cops though, like in that situation, you don't know how you're gonna react.
But to T's point though, things escalate to that point where you feel like you got to go bust down a door. Like things had to happen. Not it could have been a one moment, but things generally lead up to you feeling like you got to bust a door down.
Even on the video, he was like, he was saying to them, like he was talking to the door, like, "Come on out, talk that shit now."
He was.
So obviously they was going back and forth, either on some text or some calling shit, and somebody was talking shit on the phone, or they probably had a blow up and he got, they was probably at somewhere else, and then they came home and he just like, "Fuck it, I'm coming to get that. I want that smoke.
I want that action." I want that action.
To feel like she needed to take the kids and go to her dad's house, and they needed to lock the door and not let him in, and for her to be like in such a situation, because I feel for her, because that's a sad situation to be in, where you're scared of your husband, one, and he's banging on the door, but also you're calling the police and you're like, okay, I'm scared for my life because he's tripping, but also I'm on the phone with you, like, please don't shoot him. don't kill him.
Like
That's a sad situation for anybody to be in. And she still came out like in support of him and was like, he's a good person, like he has a good heart, he means well, blah blah blah.
Straight up.
I just don't like the
CT.
stigma, like that type of shit, because y'all gonna laugh, but Dr. Umar be bringing up this point about the school system and kids when the kids act out and they try to put them on medication and shit.
Yeah, they try to put them on special ed.
It's just
That's
like
a money thing.
Yeah,
It's
but
a
they
money
do
grab.
that shit with black kids and black with the football thing, OCT. Like, come on, man. People just go through shit. Like, why he can't just be a human being? And he flipped out on at one night. He flipped out. We don't know what happened days prior or whatever, but shit, he just had a moment. I don't know.
So to transition, another person who just had a moment. Should the DaBaby, what's his name, DaBaby or Lil Baby? Which one baby was it?
It's DaBaby.
This is DaBaby.
Yeah.
Should he have given them kids $400 for that box of candy?
Hell no.
No, he did the right thing.
He did the right thing.
They said that each box was $200 and he only gave them $2.
Lied to
Is
him.
he wrong for that?
No, he's not wrong, man. He taught them kids a valuable lesson.
What's the lesson then?
Stop. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't try to play nobody. Because that's exactly what they tried to do. If you seen DaBaby, that man is always generous with his money. Like, always. So he was like, man, I was going to give them a stack plus.
Yeah.
If they would have just kept it real with me. Like, that's what the youngins don't know. Like, they got to keep it real with people. He know damn well, they do damn well that shit wasn't worth $200.
Bro, it's the same concept with when we went to Parma that night when they tried to go throw some shit. Oh, well, if you give me $100, because they do that shit because niggas give up $100 to get in the club because they got some shorts on. He tried to play you like that. It's like, my nigga, I just come to have a drink with my people. And like, people be trying to get over just because of who they think you are or what they think you have. And that's a valuable lesson he taught them little kids. Don't be trying to get over on people.
Next star they see, they won't try that shit. I bet they
Yeah,
won't.
because that hurt to not get any bread. $2 sucks.
From DaBaby?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you only got $2,
What they were selling world finest chocolates.
yeah, the stuff we all used to sell, the
I
shit
sold
that
them
you stole the money from at your school.
It was like $81.
Yeah, you're the worst. You should have been taught a lesson.
That nigga said, 200. So I said, hey, hold on, man. Let's do the math real quick.
And there was only 20 candy bars in there. So it really should have been $40.
Yeah.
But he said 200. And then they had another box that he could have bought also.
Yeah, and somebody gonna say that they ain't know how to add or multiply.
Nah,
they was like 12.
That world
They knew
finest
what was going
chocolate
on.
nasty than the motherfucker.
Nah,
It's only
the
chocolate and nuts.
one with them almonds is good.
No,
that shit is
almonds,
good.
hell
Nah,
no.
you tripping.
You sound like the nigga from Martin, Almond Brown. Nigga. I'm gonna call you Almond.
Okay.
I wrote a
catch
song
you.
about you, Almond.
All right, before we get out of here,
Tough piece of leather.
You so well put together. Call me Almond.
last thing I want us to talk about before we get out of here. The U.S. first, the Olympics start on Thursday next week. All right.
No, the 25th.
Thursday, right?
No, that's
Opening ceremonies Thursday. 4 days.
The men's play. Oh, the actual.
The full
actual
thing.
Oh, I thought you meant the first.
Actual Olympics start Thursday next week.
Mm.
The U.S. Olympic team is in shambles right now. All right. Not to mention the women lost all of their games in their opening rounds for qualifying.
Kevin Durant play for them too? Man, bro. Man, I ain't watching none of
Coaching
this
them.
shit.
And then the men lost to Nigeria, Australia. They beat the hell out of Argentina. Well, not Argentina. Argentina.
Yeah.
Beat the, and then now, because Brad Bill got COVID,
Man.
they
Damn.
bringing in
They cleared Jeremy Grant. My bad to cut you.
Jeremy Grant. He ain't leaving. He's staying.
Yeah, they cleared him.
He's staying.
Yeah,
But to replace Brad Bill,
they brought
in JaVale McGee.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, what is going on?
Kevin Love left too.
Kevin Love left too.
Why he leave?
Well, he just left because he didn't want to play.
He said he had he was still recovering from his calf injury. He just didn't feel
Having
right.
mental health issues.
Listen,
Sucks.
He's not it.
I respect JaVale McGee's game. I think he's a great role player. He is. He should not be an Olympian.
This is what I wonder.
Jeremy Grant shouldn't be.
Jeremy Grant was an All-Star.
When?
He wasn't an All-Star this year, but
Hell no.
He was not an All-Star?
He averaged
Fuck no.
24 a game this year.
But Jeremy Grant is good to me.
Jeremy Grant is
JaVale McGee is
but
the
no,
same
wait,
shit.
this is my thing. I wonder what the fuck the process was for them to say, out of all these players that we could probably summon up, you had Trey Young literally tweeting like,
I want to play.
I want to play.
Basically.
So
Hurt, huh?
No.
he was literally tweeting like, I
Like
want to
an
play.
elbow, something.
And so for them to go through that, they like, man, we got to get JaVale McGee. Like that don't even sound right. Not knocking him. We're
none of us.
McGee done went through a lot of shit.
JaVale,
in
we not
regards
knocking
to-
you.
Maybe he tried to dunk on a
In
nigga
reg-
from the 3-point line.
in regards to like his playing
Off
career.
1 foot. That's what made him.
But this is the thing.
Dog.
He wouldn't even get playing time in Cleveland. Like they wouldn't even play him in Cleveland.
Nope.
Dog.
And then he's in Denver, he's barely playing. And like these people from the higher ups just said, let's bring in JaVale McGee. That
When was
nigga
the
just
last time he was on a court.
I don't know.
Well, he's
I'm
a good
genuinely
pick and
asking
roll.
that.
Look, you gotta remember this is FIBA we talking about. So he's a good pick and roll player, right? He says good picks, he rolls hard, and then he's a good rim protector too.
And you can goaltend.
Yeah, you definitely can.
You can goaltend, so
And-
that makes a difference.
And he's still a freakish athlete. So I don't know why they picked him, but at the same
I got
time,
a theory.
Hey, go ahead.
I got a theory.
And probably Kevin Durant
Because he was
wanted to
probably
put him
in Vegas. He was
Fuck
probably in Vegas.
At the craps table.
Just around.
Yeah.
And like the bill information
good-ass
came
drink.
out. And somebody along the USA basketball team or the higher ups, they saw him. Hey, JaVale, what you got going on?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm just chilling.
You want to hoop?
You want to hoop?
Kevin Durant.
Ain't even got him.
Wait. What Kevin Durant got to do with this?
He probably the one. That
Hey,
called him
come
up.
hoop, bro. That nigga
That shit is
told him
great.
to come
And
to
I-
the locker room.
Bro, you know how he felt about Shaq getting on his ass and shit like that? Again, I'm not knocking McGee. He's a champion.
He's a champion, three-time champion.
Damn.
It's just crazy,
2
though.
with the Warriors, 1 with the Lakers.
And his mama like 7 foot.
And his mama bad.
She,
Pam
yeah,
She's
yeah.
bad.
And she was cold. Yeah.
Yo,
But-
Pam McGee is bad.
Think about the due process of what the USA basketball team has come to in regards to like they used to have all the select team.
They used to have
did all
the
this
dream
shit.
team. Now
Not
they
even
have
going
JaVale
past that.
McGee.
The
They had like a
redeem-
third string team.
2016. They had niggas lined up.
They did. They
Like,
did.
And then they had it to where you gonna play this year and we're gonna groom the next ones to come in and do that. And then they just pulled out JaVale McGee. When I saw that, I was like, JaVale McGee did what?
What year did Paul George's freak injury happen?
2000.
That was 16.
16.
Yeah, that was 16.
I
16
feel
qualifying.
Like since then, players was kind of like,
Yeah,
like,
I-
I'm
you're
cool.
right.
on
I would be
that.
cool on that too,
True.
because that
Especially
he
if
lost
you
the
play-
whole 18 months with that
Man,
shit.
and and they saw it. You know, like
That was
if you
tough.
look in a player's eyes and you see they're looking at an injury and they crying or about to cry, that shit is bad.
What Kyrie was
And
crying like a
especially if you playing
baby.
until June, you go to Olympics and some shit happens to you like that.
Yeah, that's
And
some
shit, it's
bullshit.
July
For
right now.
nothing?
You know what I'm saying? Like the
For a
season
medal?
got pushed back, so it's even worse.
Right.
for
So,
my country
yeah,
for
for real.
that.
that don't even care for
For
me.
Jim Crow and stop the steal.
True.
Yeah, nah, I feel that. So, but before we get out of here, anything we want to get to people before we close out? What we got?
Shout out Hustle Overlook, man.
Oh,
Cool
yeah, shout out
cups.
Hustle
Gave us
Overlook.
some hats. Fuck with y'all. Fuck with the city. Yeah. We need to talk about
This
just
dude is high off bacon right now. I'm about to zoom
Eyes
in.
like Michael Jordan.
I'm about to zoom in on Phil.
Look at his eyes, dog. They
He
yellow.
looked like Jordan in '96 after Vegas, right before a finals
Yeah.
game, bro. What is going on? You got your yellow on.
Man,
The
let's-
first time
let's
we
keep
met
this
you, you
shit
had
going.
on your yellow. What do we call him?
A lemonade.
A lemonade.
He
You know
got
what
a
I'm saying?
lemonade.
Like,
He said,
come
yeah,
on,
the hoes used to
bro.
call me lemonade because I'm sweet and tart.
what's tartan about you?
Shout out Hustle Overlook, man.
Shout out Uncle Nearest. Shout out this
Yeah.
candy bacon drink.
Yeah,
Look.
what bacon?
Look, that's it.
You passed it back.
I'm saying no. Where you get it from?
Oh, where I get it from? HEB.
Oh,
Shout out HEB.
Shout out. We just do a random shout out. Look,
I made the candy part, but I bought the bacon from HEB.
Look, that's episode 152. And we out.
Yeah.